It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
Morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Sunny, is that a word? I don't know. Haven't seen much of it lately. Snowy is probably more like it. Some nuisance snow coming down all across the Great Lakes Bay region, and it is creating some traffic problems for some folks. The expressway is very slick. A lot of the main roads are slick right now due to that light to moderate snow that's coming down. So if you plan on going somewhere, you should be able to do it. It's just going to take a little bit longer to get where you want to go. But again, be very, very careful and give the road crews a little bit of space, too. We've seen a couple of accidents earlier this morning on I-75 where the plows were working and not too far away from them, we've seen some cars spin out. So, again, be very, very careful out there. Kind of uneventful as we went through the weekend. For the most part, it was cold. It had been cold for several days. And the weekend gave us a little bit more of that, along with some strong gusty winds. But now, as we're moving through the day today, we're looking for lighter winds, but they will pick up as we go through the afternoon. And as we said, it does appear as though that snow is going to be around for a good part of the day today, simply because we have a clipper system that has been zipping through and given the central part of the Lower Peninsula some snow. Northern Michigan has picked up a little bit of snow as well, but not as much as what we're seeing in the immediate Great Lakes Bay area and areas to the south. Matthew Lester along with me here at Radio Center. And Matthew, what do we have as far as the thermometer?
Well, over at the airport, there's light snow at 22. Over in Midland, there's also light snow at 22. Here at Radio Center, we have light snow at 21. We have southwest winds at 12 miles per hour, gusting up to 22 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.25, and it's steady.
As we go through the remainder of the day, we're going to see that temperature continue to climb. We should finish up late this afternoon or this evening with a high temperature for the day of right around 32. We're not going to give much of that up overnight tonight. 31, 32, and maybe starting to work its up to about 33 as we move into the early morning hours tomorrow morning. Along with that steady temperature is going to come another system. This one's a major system. It is going to affect a lot of the continental United States, central and eastern part, all the way down to the Gulf Coast. They're going to get quite a bit of rain over the next 3 days. Some spots it will pick up close to 6 inches of rain, and eventually all of it is going to wind up on the East Coast, and they're going to get more in the way of rain as well, as temperatures will be holding at or above freezing in some of the cooler areas. Warmer areas, we're going to see warm-ups into the upper 60s to low 70s in the southeastern part of the continental United States. We're going to keep our eye on the system simply because it's not only wet and coming up out of the south, bubbling up through the Tennessee Valley and the Ohio River, but once it gets to Michigan, because we have been as cold as what we have been, the surfaces and a lot of the areas in the lower air are going to be below the freezing mark. As a result, we will have a chance in the upper air of seeing some of that moisture dropping down through below 32 degrees before it hits the surface. As a result, heavy wet snow is going to be in the forecast for us in the immediate Great Lakes Bay area, all the way down into and along the I-69 corridor. You get a little bit further south, Ann Arbor, Lansing, Jackson, Detroit, they're going to get some heavy wet snow before sunrise tomorrow morning. Then it looks as though the temperatures are going to warm up a little bit more down there. So they're going to go through a bout of not only heavy wet snow and slush, but then eventually some freezing precipitation. And then after that, just plain old rain as we go into the afternoon tomorrow. For us, what are we looking at? We've got winter weather advisories up. It right now looks as though the best chance of any precipitation for us in the Great Lakes Bay Area is going to be snow. That again, we're looking at tomorrow afternoon. 3 inches, 4 inches, not out of the question for us, starting midnight tonight through much of the afternoon tomorrow. We'll wind up with some freezing precipitation for the afternoon commute tomorrow afternoon. But today, cloudy, breezy, light snow, 32 degrees late this afternoon. Southwest wind will be picking up, gusting up to 30 miles per hour late this afternoon and early this evening, and then tapering off to about 10, 12 miles per hour tonight. Tonight, 32 for a low, cloudy, messy as we move into the early morning hours. Then during the day tomorrow, we are going to be looking at cloudy, snow, freezing precipitation. The freezing precipitation will kick in a little bit quicker along the I-69 corridor. 34 is going to be our high temperature for the day tomorrow, dropping off to 32 for a low tomorrow night. We'll have clouds, we'll have rain shower activity, freezing precipitation, and then snow tomorrow. So a real Dutch mixture. Low 30s for a high, low 30s for a low. Tomorrow, southeast wind. So that you can tell we've got a low pressure system south of us that's going to be affecting our weather with that counterclockwise circulation. That's why we're getting the southeast wind. Now, during the day on Wednesday, a little bit warmer, 37 for a high, mostly cloudy skies. Whatever precipitation we do get will be in the form of rain. We'll have a light east breeze to contend with during the day on Wednesday. 37 for a high, 35 for a low on Wednesday night. So we're not going to be seeing much of anything in the way of freezing precipitation on Wednesday. It's all going to be today, tonight, and tomorrow. Thursday, rain shower activity still in the forecast. 38 for a high on Thursday, mostly cloudy. Shower activity around Thursday night, 37 for a low. So the thermometer isn't really going to be moving all that much over the next several days once we peak out at right around 32 late this afternoon or early this evening. Low pressure over Iowa is going to be the reason why we'll have the rain shower activity on Thursday. Mostly cloudy right now is what it looks like on Friday. 38 degrees for a high, 35 for a low. Saturday, Sunday, the clouds will stick around. Low to mid 30s on the weekend coming up with low temperatures in the upper 20s. Long range outlook to take us all the way through the 4th of February, much above average on the temperatures, below average on the moisture. So we are going to have a transition into much quieter precipitation pattern once we get done with the weekend, the last weekend of the month of January. Record high in the state is 57. That was set back in 1933. The record low is 8 below zero, set in 1970, and tied in 2000. What are we looking at as far as the warmest ever? January the 22nd, 1933. You got to go back over 101 years. 57 was our high, 37 was our low. The coldest ever was set back in 1970. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Matthew, who do we have?
Up next, we have Gary Kaufman from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to all of that, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Michigan Corn Marketing Board. Again, emphasizing the big event coming up this week, Wednesday and Thursday. It's the Michigan Crop Summit, Great Lakes Crop Summit. It's going to be held over at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. It's the 10th anniversary event. So they encourage you to stop by and help them celebrate 10 years by taking in a full slate of speakers and trade show. Again, it's Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be broadcasting from the Great Lakes Crop Summit on Thursday. We're going to be at Snowfest on Wednesday, Zender Snowfest. A lot of activity going on there to kick off Snowfest this year, as it has for the past few years. The All Things Chocolate Baking Competition is going to be held. Michigan Sugar and WSGW putting that on at the Snowfest. And the Michigan Soybean Association, Michigan Wheat Growers, and the Corn Marketing Board of Michigan bringing you the 10th anniversary Great Lakes Crop Summit at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Let's find out how the markets are shaping up so far this morning after kind of a busy weekend. Gary Kaufman is Star of the West joining us right now. And Gary, I don't know about you, but I had a lot of stuff to do, and it didn't make any difference if it was cold outside or not.
No, and regardless what you have to do, you just gotta adjust to Mother Nature, I guess. So,
well, I guess, and that's the way it's been so far this winter. We've had some really nice days. I mean, unbelievable temperatures, and then Mother Nature decided to open the deep freeze, and now it looks like we're heading back in the other direction.
Yep. Well, they always say good old Michigan weather. It can wait 24 hours and it'll change or something. So,
oh boy, I guess. And of course, we're very happy to have Star of the West involved in our baking competition again this year. We've got some Nightingale flour we're going to be giving away to our winners. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's always a popular baking flour for sure. It makes a lot of good goodies. Let's just put it that way.
Now, are you going to be able to judge this year?
No, I wasn't. I didn't make the cut, Terry. So we'll have to. we'll leave it. And I mean, I don't really need to do any tasting with my waistline, so we'll just leave it to the younger folks. So.
Hey, there you go. What's going on in Chicago right now, Gary?
Well, Terry, right now, let's call. We got actually positives, a little bit of negative on the corn, but overall, not kind of a quiet start to the last full week of trading for January. Believe it or not, already. But yeah, right now, let's call cash wheat up 4, Terry, at 557 on the white, 472 on the red. New crop up 3 at 608 on the white, 528 on the red. Cash corn down a penny at 364. New crop down 1 as well at 410. Cash soybeans up 6 at 1134, and new crop up 3, Terry, at 1114.
So a little bit of drifting going on today.
Yeah, again, nothing's really changed. We're seeing some beneficial rains continue in the forecast for central and northeastern Brazil, so we'll continue to watch South America weather. And of course, we're still reeling from that last crop report we got, which showed us, especially in beans, we got about 280 million bushels of ending soybean stocks for the U.S., and there's a huge anticipation of more soybean production from South America. Brazil, is down a little bit, but Argentina is going to have a lot more beans down there this year. So, and then again, like we've always talked about, demand drives this market. And you look at the soybean export shipments, we're down probably about 20%, Terry, from a year ago. So, with that being said, was kind of surprised to see that we sold China some beans last Friday, even though Brazil's FOB soybean prices are cheaper than what they are for the U.S. So, again, those are the kind of the key market driving factors as we move forward. And of course, we're getting some good moisture in the plains, and that's pretty beneficial for some of that wheat, those wheat areas out that way. So that's, in a way, it's going to keep the market in check, I guess, at this point. So
I guess they've had the situation for years, but down in Brazil, South America, It's all about infrastructure. It's all about transportation.
Yeah.
And sometimes these countries, and China is a perfect example. You're right. All the indicators would be that they would be buying first from Brazil and those areas, but evidently it's the unpredictability of whether there can be a delivery that is kind of pushing them our way.
Yeah, you're definitely hit the nail on the head, Terry. Logistics are a key factor when it comes to, how much they're buying and where they're buying it from, and what periods they need the product in, for sure. So, yep.
Yeah, and China is one of the main reasons why that export figure has been as low as what it has been. They just haven't been buying product much.
Exactly right. So all eyes are on China. They do unfortunately dictate our markets here in a big way, for sure. So,
Yeah. Gary, you take care. Have a great day.
All right. You as well, Terry. Thank you.
I will. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. Who do we have up now, Matthew?
Up next, we have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
Market Report brought to you by the folks at Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture for well over 125 years. Now with 13 locations throughout the Thumb and the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. And by Schaefer and Beerline. If you're in the market for a brand new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy duty pickup, a ProMaster van, or a Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a business linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, now is the time to see Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. Doug Klein, good morning.
Well, good morning.
We had a little snow over the weekend over in the Thumb. Did you have a chance to push the sled, or is that up north?
Yeah, I drove up north and got it and buzzed around and came back home.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Hey, all right.
We did it.
How was the price of fuel up there?
I didn't have to buy any. I just hauled it up and filled it up. Came home.
I don't blame you, especially with gas prices the way they are in Caro.
Yeah. Cashed in my $1 a gallon here at Kroger. I got it for $1.85.
Wow. You're living charmed.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
So what's going on this morning?
Speaking of charmed, the stock markets all hit new highs today. The Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ, they're all up about 1/3%. Seems like they're all running in complete, synchrony, I guess, so to speak. So I don't know what to make of that. The Fed meeting is later toward the end of January, so we'll see what happens there, of course. Crude oil's up about $1.50 today, almost $75 a barrel. The only news I saw on that was that Libya is going to reopen some production, so it would seem like that would push it down, but it didn't. So the dollar is about flattish today, so nothing's driven by the dollar today. Japanese market hit a 33-year high. Chinese market continues to be in a free fall, catching a falling samurai or whatever that's going on there. So anyways, yeah, and by the way, the natural gas traders are listening to your weather report. Substantially warmer temperatures driving natural gas down another 5.5% today. And remember, it was 25% higher not very long ago. Now it's 2% underwater for the year. So again, that's a volatile market made for people with really strong stomachs. Here are your numbers. The March corn, 4.45 1/4, down 1/4 penny. The July corn, 4.63 3/4, down 1/2 penny. March soybeans, 12.19, down up 5 3/4. July soybeans, 12.36 3/4, up 4 3/4. The March wheat, 5.96 1/2, up 3 1/4, and July wheat is 6.12 1/2, up 2 3/4. Crude oil, 74.93, up $1.52. Heating oil is 266.55, up 0.3 penny. Gasoline is 221.51, up 5 1/4 cents. Natural gas, 213.9, that is down 11.5 cents. Over to currencies. Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3454 Canadian. That's up 25 ticks. The dollar buys 147.99 yen. That's down 15 ticks. The euro is at 108.87, down 10 ticks, and the dollar is at 103.26. That's down 2 ticks. Gold is at $2,025, down $4.30. Silver $22.30, down 41 cents, and platinum's at $904.30, down $2.70.
All righty. You have a good one, Doug.
Okay.
We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They've got you covered when it comes to 2024. Not only do they have the products from Sure Crop and Nature's that'll help you increase your yields, but they're also fully equipped with those Dairyland seeds and Vic Huffer, who's a certified crop advisor to answer any questions you might have. They've been serving you since 1983. Serving you is their business at Freeland Bean and Grain. We'll take a break, and then who's up next, Matthew?
Up next, we have Jerry Samolsky from the Bay Landscaping and Garden Center.
Do you like free food and great deals? Well, you won't want to miss the Customer Appreciation Event at Ellen's Equipment in Ithaca, your official New Holland dealer. Join us in McBain on Wednesday, January 24th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to experience the power and precision of New Holland equipment and enjoy a free pancake breakfast and great deals on the latest New Holland inventory. It's all at Ellen's Equipment in Ithaca. Visit ellensequipment.com or check them out on Facebook for more information on the fun and specials happening all week.
Hi, I'm Steve Cook from Cook Chevrolet in Vassar, and today I'm asking you to concentrate on 3 numbers, 226, 283, and 299. That's right, 226, 283, and 299. Those are 3 of this month's Chevy lease payments. The 226 payment is for the Equinox, the 283 payment is for the Blazer, and the Chevy Silverado Crew Cab is only $299. Do you realize how great these payments are? You could absolutely not have leased these vehicles 25 years ago for any less. These are incredible offers. That $299 a month lease payment is on a $54,000 Silverado. It's almost unbelievable. 226, 286, 299. Get out today to Cook Chevrolet M15 Top of the Hill in Vassar.
Payments based on 24-month GMS lease, 10,000 miles per year, and includes all rebates. $27.65 on Equinox, $29.15 on Blazer, $30.22 on Silverado due at signing. Chevy, find new roads.
If you need some tree trimming, how about tree removal? Legendary Tree Care will take care of you because no job is too big or too small. They are fully licensed and insured, and they specialize in big projects. LegendaryTreeCare.com for more information, or like them on Facebook. They're there when you need them. Along with us right now, Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, what should we be looking at right now?
Terry, a little bit of a broken record, but now if we get some freezing rain coming up and this little bit of snow we've got right now, and if we're salting, please, use salt judiciously. Sodium chloride is salt. That is the most toxic to plants. Magnesium chloride is a lot better, and it actually works better. You need less, and it works at colder temperatures. So, using the right products in the right amount, and anytime you use a gardening product is always important. So as we get salting, let's be concerned about not over-salting and getting them on the trees, shrubs, and lawns.
All right. Jerry, thank you. You take care. Have a good day, and drive careful, okay?
Yeah, Terry, we're going to be driving to Grand Rapids tonight because our state convention is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So we'll see if we can't get you from Grand Rapids, tell you what's going on from there.
That sounds great. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. There is some proposed legislation that would impact the 2023 tax filing. We have Eric Sawatsky with Yo and Yo joining me right now. And Eric, tell us a little bit about that legislation.
Yeah, Terry, we're kind of monitoring what's happening. There is a bill that came out of the Ways and Means Committee, which usually starts the tax laws. So it's going to have to go to the House and Senate, and they would have to push it through rather quickly because some of it is retroactive for the current 2023 tax that we are getting in the process of filing. A couple big ones that we may want to wait if these apply on your business or personal tax returns to file this year to see if those will be made retroactive. Two of the big ones are the research and development credit, A lot of businesses take that and had to capitalize expenses, and it was a significant change in prior years. It would really affect a lot of business returns this year. And another is 100% bonus depreciation. That was phasing out this year, where you couldn't take the full purchase price of equipment you purchased. That may go back to 100% if this passes, and again, retroactive for all of 2023. The final piece in there is the the employee retention credit that we've been hearing a lot about. The IRS may phase that out as early as the end of this month, that you couldn't file for any more claims. If this passes, we'd only have maybe a week and a half to get any final claims for those credits in. So lots going on, and we got to pay close attention if this does go through.
Yeah, we do. Eric Sawatsky, thanks for calling it to our attention. You have a great day, okay?
You too, Terry.
Will do. We'll be right back. Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's V-Set, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions.
It's time to think about your pig. You know, the propane tank in your backyard that heats your home? Well, there's no better company to fill your pig than Forward Energy, covering 23 counties. Forward Energy is a family-owned and operated propane supplier that's been fueling area homes, farms, and businesses since 1925. Fill your pig this year. Visit forwardenergy.com to find out about new customer pricing and programs.
Go forward with Forward Energy.
Speaking of PC Ag, we're going to be at the Winter Preseason Ag Day out at the Saginaw Valley Research and Extension Center tomorrow. So listen for our broadcast. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.